Richard, you got a schedule for me?
It's a busy day ahead for Dr. Scott Hoffman.
I think I'm in room 7 today, and room 8 is at Dr. Garvin's room.
An anesthesiologist at UNMC, he spends most days in the operating room. When he's not in the OR, he's zipping around on his trusty Segway.
You know, I told my wife it's a chick magnet. Chicks really love that. And it's like, yeah, well, they love the machine, not me.
Dr. Hoffman has multiple sclerosis, which means every movement is a milestone. The Segway makes it easier for him to get from one place to another on campus and allows him to maintain a busy anesthesia practice despite his MS.
Everybody's got their cross to bear, you know, whether it be drugs or alcohol or depression or financial or health, other health problems, cancer. This is mine, you know. So make the best of it, move on.
Call it a purpose-driven life.
Yeah, I try to stay as active as I can. I can't sit on the couch very long.
Hoffman is determined to sample and savor as much as he can. He loves to ski, but now hits the slopes on a ski bike. He's also a big game hunter and plans to go bear hunting with friends this May.
One of the wilder things that I've done is I took an acrobatic glider ride.
That exhilarating passion to live life for all it's worth is what impresses Hoffman's friends and colleagues.
Well, I've known Dr. Hoffman for about 20 years. He's one of those people that's not going to let this disease get him down. I think it was Churchill that said, attitude is a small thing, but it makes a big difference.
Call it attitude or inspiration.
How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, I'm good.
Orthopedic surgeon Kevin Garvin finds it in many of his own patients, like Nicole Anderson.
So how have you been?
I'm doing good.
How are your hips doing?
Nicole has a particularly destructive form of juvenile rheumatoid arthritis that affects every joint in her body. About 2 years ago, the pain in her hips was so severe she began to have trouble walking.
It was just a very sharp pain almost.
With her hip joints disintegrating from the arthritis, the only solution was a hip replacement. Nicole's mom and dad looked into programs around the country, but none of them would consider a hip replacement until Nicole was 18.
So Dr. Garvin was the one who actually entertained the idea and said, look, she can suffer for another couple years or another whatever, 6, 8 years, or we can get it done now. And so he was a saving grace.
I was surprised, I was excited, I was scared. He seemed so confident though. I just trusted him. I felt like he knew exactly what he was doing.
Last September, Dr. Garvin replaced Nicole's right hip. In December, she had the left hip done.
X-rays look good, so things are healing.
Just 12 years old at the time, Nicole is one of the youngest patients ever to have this surgery. She spent a lot of time in physical therapy after surgery, which was quite painful.
Stop holding me. Ow! Ow! You can't sit in that chair.
Today, she's walking well enough to chase after her little sister, Dallas.
Now it feels amazing. I don't have that pain anymore. I don't have any pain from the surgery. I feel like a new person.